manifestation of a colonies of living things in a collection that manifest a neurological capacity. But that's the catch here. How can you use the same word? You're calling everything from a fucking paramecium to a human being life. It's a stupid thing to do, because guess what? They're very different machines.
Yeah, but they all work on the basic premise of reproduction. That's how we define what life is.
I'm not going to argue. They don't all work on the basic premise of reproduction, because they're doing it based on a chromosome, based on a genetic code. But their structure, their physical function is entirely different. I am an organism. They are not. Yeah, I don't want so much people on Earth. It's very intelligent. But anyway, yeah. Well, realistically, what? I mean, I can't even see the point of having more than like what, a few dozen. You know, what do you need all these people for? It's fucking disgustingly overdone. Well, it's pointless to argue when you have no argument, that's for sure. Okay, yeah, when you just don't have any fucking facts on your side, it's pointless to argue.
Well, it's not that it's pointless, it's just when I raise issues, you don't listen to them, you just say I'm chatting shit.
You don't raise any issues that are valid, is the problem though. You don't raise any valid issues, you just talk mush. Well, how did the cell reproduce? Well, how does it fucking matter? We know it didn't do it because it has magic dust in its heart.
Which is true, and that's why I'm asking you, why do you think it's so pointless?
Well, who cares? Like, again, it's, I mean, I can't say how irrelevant it is. I made the point. Why is a diamond clear? Who cares? It is. Who cares? Why? Why is it so fucking useless? I'm just saying it's useless. It's useless information. Useless, pointless, irrelevant, not connected to any relevant element of the conversation. It's just a distractingly useless question posed merely because you don't have any argument to make. So you say, I'm going to change the subject.
Changing the subject whatsoever. I'm trying to understand why you say, because we're sentient beings, that it would be different. Well, it would be okay to exclude a tree when you're basing it on just cell division. Then fine.
Well, I've already explained the value mechanism. Okay, a tree cannot suffer. A tree cannot endure torture. Sentient beings do endure these things. That's why they matter and trees don't.
Gary, plants are nervous system. They're living nervous systems.
Well, that's just a lie. So, believe your fables. That's fine. So we have evolved the organ of a brain, totally redundantly and foolishly, because plants had already figured it out. Yeah, right. And they feel because they have a reactive nervous system that can incorporate the feeling and then process the feeling and then react to the feeling. There's no point in having the ability to feel when you don't have the ability to act, and plants don't have the ability to act. So it's just fucking idiotic. They don't have a brain, so you're just a fool. You're just an idiot. You're an idiot. You don't know what a brain is.
That's why they don't have a brain.
Well, whatever. You're not saying it sufficiently to be understood. But the point is, they don't feel.
Yeah, but they're aware of their surroundings.
Well, again, how are they possibly aware of their surroundings? They're not aware of it in any conscious matter. It's like saying that my finger is aware of blood flowing through it. just nonsense. It's baby talk. It's mush. It is not aware of anything. There are mechanical parts reacting based on mechanical stimulus, where our brain is all mechanical, but it's nuanced by 100 billion fucking cells.
Yeah, and then cells are dependent on atoms, right?
Well, it doesn't matter. The point is they react like a computer processor. They have known connections. We already know how neurons function, and we know the connections, and it's the number of connections, and that's what a thinking machine is made out of, is neural connections. There's no fucking such mechanism in a plant.
It doesn't. What I'm trying to explain is it doesn't need to be that way. We are not the epitaph of life itself. We are one. Like you, I mean, you do say this. We are just one version of life. So.
Yeah. Well, look. If you're bored, go to another room. It's not that life is not that complicated. Or go turn the TV on. But this crap, like I'm bored. Well, what the fuck you want me to do for you? What exactly do you want me to do? A dance? I should dance? Give you what? A little dance action? What is it? What kind of show do you want? You're bored. Fuck you. Shit. What? Yeah. I mean, it's just what the fuck? I'm just so sick of people and this goddamn. They gotta voice some commentary, some useless, idiotic commentary. He's a talented vocalist? What the fuck does that even mean? You mean he has excellent vocal range or something? Or he can hit all the high notes or something? No. He's not a vocalist. Are you out of your mind? He's barely a talkist. Liking Pyro's songs and saying he's an excellent vocalist are two different things, isn't it? Or a talented vocalist. I mean, come on. He's a finger painter of vocalisms.
Okay, let's forget the whys and stuff, Gary. What would be your logical plan of attaining the end of this scenario we find ourselves in? I think that would be a
yeah,
better.
right. Well, you just admit what it is. You just say, okay, it's tic-tac-toe. It fooled us when we were little stupid kids, but now we're grown-ups, and we realize it's a stupid game. It can't be won. It's just gladiator wars. We love competition because we've been made to be competitive. We feed on other people's defeat. There's a lot of negative mechanisms built into the structure of our insect core. And the game is stupid. So yeah, I mean, that's what antinatalism is just saying, that there's no point in playing the game, okay? It's a stupid, idiotic, morons game. So let's gracefully, let's keep our pants on, and let's gracefully sidestep stage left off the stage, okay? Let's get out of this thing without making it a bigger disaster. You know, let's put out the fire while it's a manageable fire and get the fuck out of town.
Okay, that's cool. But how? Hold on, let me finish because I want to answer that because he makes a good point. So how would you implement it in today's society? I know you already agree, like me, with the right to die, but is there any further steps you think would be warranted apart from the right to die, which I do agree with, actually?
With the right to die. Well, whatever. I'm just saying that all political movements start in some dark, slimy, scurvy place, or whatever. Yeah, so it has to start somewhere. You work it somewhere. Some celebrity gets the idea, and everybody wins. So it doesn't. You know, the movement part is the movement part. I'm just concerned with making the argument. I think the argument's solid, so I've done my job, so to speak. And yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, how's it going to happen? But I'm just saying the least of the worries is the physical problem of finishing the job. I mean, you know, that can be done.
But that's what I'm saying. How would you, I suppose implement's the wrong word. How would you, like, you know what today's society's like, so how would you say, well, I mean, the right to die is the only thing I can see that would be the start, but what other further steps would, you know, would it be like?
Well, that wouldn't be the start. The right to die doesn't solve the fucking natalism problem. That's just saying, okay, well, we'll give the monsters a right to kill themselves. Well, okay, fine, but that doesn't solve the monster creation problem. So the point would be is that you penalize people for having kids, and you incentivize, you give them money not to. So that's how you fix the nataling problem, and it's only a tiny percentage of the human race who is doing the excess nataling. If you stop the bottom 15%, you will create human extinction. So if you just stopped the people who have the most kids, if you could eradicate them every 10 years, you know, just stop their production, the fact is the human race would go extinct, because the rest of the human population is not having enough kids to sustain human population. And that's the fact of the matter. So it's only this percentage of morons, most of them living in shitholes like Afghanistan, who are driving the human truck over the goddamn cliff. We've let the morons drive the bus, and that's why the bus is going to crash. But that's the joke of the whole subject, is that antinatalism is already won. Okay, because the majority, most human beings do not breed is sufficient enough to maintain human subsistence.
Okay, let's say we get to that stage then, and we've won that game. Pardon me. How would we end the other life that is on Earth, and how would we do that?
Yeah, well, like I said, there's a million ways to do it, right? Okay, so we could do it artfully. I say we make a 700-foot cement penis, and then we fuck the Earth. I mean, it'll be brilliant. It'll be a perfect metaphor. I mean, we'll just fuck the Earth to death. Oh, it would be magnificent.
Just made me choke on me fucking smoke.
Don't put it on the moon. It's even better. We'll strap it onto the moon. Black cats love strap-on, so we'll let them design it. Yeah, we'll strap a big giant cement penis on the moon, and then crash the moon into the Earth. Oh, it'll be magnificent.
I guess we'll all be fucked then.
Exactly. That'd be perfect. We could have that. It's a slogan. It would be. Oh, it's great. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I'm waiting for the movie.
You know what? You should make it come diamonds too. Top it off.
Oh yeah, that would be. Yeah. We'll just add that as a special added extra feature. It'll shoot little diamonds out of it as it's heading towards Earth, and the little diamonds will sparkle. Create little rainbows. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's magnificent. I love it.
So would a volcano like Yellowstone suffice as a cooter?
Yeah, well that would work for me, right? Yeah, that's perfect too. We'll shape Yellowstone like a vagina. Yeah, it'd be perfect. Mow the grass just right and such. Yeah, we'll put an anus on there just for a little extra touch, right? Yeah, we can do that too.
See, I mean, that's my only thing with this whole like argument. It's not the fact that it like, you know, I know Gary has his points, and you know what, Gary, I don't disagree with many of your points that you make. It's the only thing is I know what humans are like, and so do you, and it's just like, you know, people will disagree. I mean, like me, it's not I'm going to disagree on the practical side of things, which I think's just, I don't know, non-practical, but it's just people will say shit like, you know, I like life, and, you know, which is up to them, you know. So how are you going to stop that shit? Kill them?
Well, yeah, eventually. That's right. When I got the majority, I kill them. That's right, exactly. Fuck you, that's right. Yep.
Okay, that's a simple answer. All you do to us now is a simple answer. I don't disagree with logic. I mean, that's a stupid thing to say. don't disagree with logic at all. It's just, you know, I have my opinion on reality, and so does Gary. Logic is only in the mind.
The word opinion doesn't make everything equal. You know, people keep thinking this word opinion makes everything equal. There are theories that are evidence backed, and there's theories that are wacky crap, just absolute pull out of your ass crap. And there's no point in calling them the same thing because they're not the fucking same thing.
We base our entire reality on things called physics and the standard model. You know, the standard model is 100% correct. You know, they found black holes in space.
Nobody's basing much on the standard model, to tell you the truth. Most human beings don't even know what the standard model is, so I don't think we have to worry about the standard model and most people this and most people that. So that's just bullshit anyway. They're just using it as a placeholder, and yes, some people are glued to it, but it doesn't make a statement about anything, so it doesn't matter. It's fucking irrelevant. So again, you've been irrelevant. Okay, the standard model is irrelevant to a conversation about the truth of our origins and the meaning of our stupid, idiotic, insectoid life.
But to say it's irrelevant, it's just like, you know, that's like saying Newtonian physics is irrelevant. You know, is gravity irrelevant? Well, you know,
it really is. It's all fucking irrelevant. It's all mechanical, stupid forces. There's no God anywhere. So unless any of this has something to do with a purpose, being creator, or some other kind of crap, it doesn't mean anything. It's kind of irrelevant whether it's blue or whether it's red or whether it's green, goddammit. It just goddamn doesn't matter. Alright? It's fucking-relevant.
Okay, well, if you look at the universe shows that everything is needed in the universe, right? Atoms and electrons and all that boring shit. Why can't we just be as boring as a fucking electron going around the fucking nucleus of an atom?
Well, why can't we just be boring? Yeah, well, if we were just boring, no one would be having this fucking argument, right? There wouldn't be a fucking argument if Earth was just boring. Alright, it's not about being boring. It's about the word I used before, torture. Torture is not the same as boring. They're two different words, have different syllables, different fucking sounds, different letters in them. They're completely different fucking things. Boring and torture aren't the same thing.
And it's only humans who torture other animals. No other animal tortures animal apart from human beings.
No, torture, period. Again, I'm not going to... Look, see, again, another irrelevant sidestep. Who's making it human? Who's making it things torturing other things? That's not the point. The point is the existence of torture. It doesn't exist anywhere else but in sentient creatures on the crust of planet Earth. Okay, so you get rid of the crust on planet Earth and there's no more torture, shithead. Not complicated. That's just a simple fact.
I'm not saying it is. But then you're eradicating life that doesn't have to do with torture.
I'm just saying, what's the point of having life? A life that isn't capable of experiencing torture is not relevant to the conversation. That's why the word life doesn't mean anything, okay? Because if you're going to use the same word to describe things that are sentient and non-sentient, things that are collections of living things and things that are living things, if you're going to use the same word to describe different things, you're not going to coherently or logically use language. You're going to illogically use language. So I've already pointed that out to you. I've made the argument crystal clear, so you can't keep talking about life as if I give a shit about parameciums. The parameciums are irrelevant. They're little chemical machines. They mean nothing. They're irrelevant.
Yeah, but life is a description of things that reproduce. I'm not trying to be like ad hom or anything, but that's just the fact.
Again, well, yes, you are. There's just no point in caring. If I proposed that we annihilate all diamonds in the universe, why would anybody give a fucking rat's ass? There's no reason to care. There's no reason why it would matter. I extracted all the diamonds from the universe and squished them all. Who fucking cares? Nobody. There's no reason not to squish the crap, the fungus growing on Earth. It's not magic fungus. It's not doing something that's necessary. It's just creating the opportunity for harm. So you get rid of it, and the harm goes away. Not complicated.
Yeah, but you're saying, okay, the creation itself creates harm, but the creation itself is the problem, and that's what I'm trying to explain. It's